So here I am, and it is after 11 in the evening. Tonight I was at Take Back the Night at the University of Winnipeg, and Take Back the Night rally. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. I participated in 4 marches, 3 or 4 marches in Vancouver. So over the span that I was in Vancouver before I moved back to Winnipeg. And I was in the early 2000s. And one of the biggest reasons why I took part tonight was because of my mom, and because I had a very close friend of mine, a former girlfriend, raped and murdered in 2010. And it hit close to home. I wanted to come on here tonight to explain why I uploaded that on Facebook. And why I uploaded on Facebook was because of the violence against women and violence against anybody. To me is not right. It's wrong. Men have a big, huge responsibility, and they don't seem to know that. And that word needs to be put out as well, that the men have a great responsibility not to hit women. And the men that do that, the men that hit the women, don't understand the concept of where we came from and how we got here. We use our muscles and we use our brawn to get our point across, but we don't have to. What we have to do is take responsibility for our actions and not hit our women. Because if it wasn't for women, we wouldn't be here. That is what I'm trying to get. That's the message I'm trying to get through to all the men out there. Now, I'm not saying all men are like that. I'm not using one paintbrush for this situation. It takes a few bad apples to ruin it for the rest of us. That's why I put that news footage on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. Is because it's so important to me. Because my friend, I will never see again. I will never talk to her. I never see her smile again. And I'll never hear her say hello to me ever again. So that's why it was important for me to put that on Facebook about my being interviewed. The last time I was interviewed by the news was by the Winnipeg Free Press. And that was concerning Oka. The Oka standoff in 1990, that's the last time I was in the media. And I'm here now telling you that. So that's why I wanted to put it on there. Because I support Take Back the Night. And I support violence against women. 89% of the murdered and missing Indigenous women in British Columbia's Highway of Tears is done by the RCMP. They kill them, they rape them, they kill them, and then they bury them. They destroy the evidence, and it's 190% real. RCMP are the ones behind the murdered and missing Indigenous women in the Highway of Tears. Because Indigenous rights don't matter. And Indigenous rights should matter. Don't believe me. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to take my word for it. Do the research yourself. And that may not be in Manitoba, and that may not be in Winnipeg. And I do know I sound passionate about it because I am. I am, because I have a stake in this, because I have lost someone that I loved. I've lost someone that I care about. And it's so important that men have to take responsibility. My name is Philip Holmes. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Thank you very much. I appreciate you joining me again for another segment and rant that I put on. I hope this reaches you well. And now you can do your own research when it comes to the RCMP and the murdered and missing women, because they're not helping, and they're supposed to. Keep sharing this, and keep sharing it, and keep sharing it. I implore you, please keep sharing. Get the word out. The police aren't helping. The governments aren't helping. The politicians aren't helping. And who knows, maybe the politicians are behind this. Maybe the politicians are on board with the governments on the murder of missing Indigenous women. Because Indigenous rights don't matter. They never have, they never will. Why do you think the Canadian government and the churches work together and try to eradicate and try to destroy the Indigenous people in Canada? They wanted to kill us off, but they failed. And they're failing by doing so now, by somebody finding out that the RCMP are behind the murdered and missing Indigenous women at the Highway of Tears in British Columbia. 89%. We know. Keep sharing this, I beg you. And pass it on to your friends and tell them to pass it on. My name is Philip Holmes. Thank you for joining me and putting up with another segment of my rant. I appreciate it.